You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
When we do something difficult, tend to be the things that make a big impact. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and others always say that the real steps forward, the real innovation in a society, in a civilization, occur at the frontier. And it hasn't been a physical frontier for a long time. Now it can be again. But it occurs at the frontiers of knowledge and at the physical frontier. And you need to get people to that frontier.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
So they're hoping they would. What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to almost anyone. And I would hope for as much support in that direction as we can receive.
Crazy things can come true. Because he said, like, I didn't really think this would work. Because when I see the rocket lift off, I see like 1,000 things that could not work, and it's amazing when they do. But I think it's going to open up a sense of possibility. I think it's going to encourage other companies and countries to say, hey, if SpaceX, which is a commercial company, can do this, and nobody paid for Falcon Heavy, it was paid for with internal funds, then they could do it too. So I think it's going to encourage other countries and companies to raise their sights and say, hey, we can do bigger and better, which is great. We want a new space race.
If something didn't happen to improve rocket technology, we would be stuck on Earth forever.
Just wanted to get people interested in space again.
Yes, yeah.
Capture the imagination.
Yes, that was the idea.
I was showering at the Y and sleeping on the office floor.
One thing I really admire about you is you don't just talk about the future of humanity, you actually start companies and do things about it. So what made you so audacious?
People sometimes think technology just automatically gets better every year, but it actually doesn't. It only gets better if smart people work like crazy to make it better. That's how any technology actually gets better.
I don't really think of these things as all that audacious. They seem like natural things to do. It's sort of more of a long-term optimization rather than a short-term one. And yeah, I just, not that I think, everyone should be doing these things, but someone needs to do them. So if I see that, well, somebody's not doing this and maybe I could be helpful, then I try to do something in that regard. And there were lots of people that tried to talk me out of it. And the joke was, how do you make a small fortune in the rocket business, or you start with a large one? I already thought the probability of failure was high, and that with that the likelihood of success was therefore low. And so this was not new information. I thought maybe SpaceX had, I don't know, 10 or 20% chance of success. You know all the ways they can fail, and that's like the sort of mental checklist that's scrolling through your mind. It's all the things that can break. I mean, there's thousands of things that can go wrong, and everything has to go right once the rocket lifts off. There's no opportunity to do a recall or upload a software fix or anything like that. It's either pass or grade is 100%. And I've seen rockets blow up so many different ways. So, it's a big relief when it actually works.
You want to be inspired by things. You want to wake up in the morning and think the future's going to be great.
SpaceX and Tesla almost didn't survive. I mean, it came very close to perishing as companies. In 2008 and 2009 with the Great Recession was an extremely close call. I mean, there are lots of people that said that the likelihood of failure was extremely high and that it was a stupid thing to do.